Well, that was neat. All right.
Oh, I liked it.
Yeah, that was it. That was a good jam. Ooh, I
Yeah.
like the background, sir. All right. For all of the wonderful people that are out in the internet worlds, because nobody on the internet is talking about this. There is a new. There's not. There's nobody on the entire internet is talking about this.
No, definitely not.
Definitely not.
Mm-mm.
So we're going to be talking today about the new Masters of the Universe trailer. Masters of the Universe. Growing up with the '80s cartoon was, yeah, it's truly just something epic. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So first, what we'd like to do is we're gonna play the Masters of the Universe trailer that did just drop, and then Travis is going to be like giving us his wonderful insights. We'll be talking about the new Jared Leader, Leto.
Leto.
Yeah, that was quite the slip. I swear I'm not drunk yet. I'm just old. So we're going to be talking about that and kind of the look. But here it is. Let's take a look at the trailer.
Real. Why did you send me away?
I wanted you to be safe. So I sent you to a place I knew that they'd never find you. There's
This obsession with nerd stuff and sword things, it's not a good look for human resources.
I know it sounds crazy, but that sword is gonna show me the way home.
Sir, you can't do that.
Don't worry, the sword's mine.
Hang on, it's about to get weird.
That's cool.
What am I supposed to do? Take the sword. You protect them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That looks dope, dude.
Right?
I don't. That trailer just looks dope.
Mhm.
That is truly.
Yeah.
Oh,
It as an 80s kid, 90s, however you want to do, whoever enjoyed the original show or even any adaptations after that, how could you not be energized by that freaking trailer? You know, like they gave the nice key points and gave us enough visuals to let us know that they're doing it well without spoiling it all the way. You know, yeah, I'm excited. Like,
I mean, I got chills. Like,
yeah,
there hasn't been really a true good Masters of the Universe. Well, they haven't really done a movie since the Dolph Lundgren movie.
for live action, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's been, the cartoons. I think they redid the.
Kevin Smith, if I'm not mistaken, did at least one of the latest adaptations, if I'm not mistaken. I would have to look that up. But the one that Kevin Smith was involved with was fun, to a degree. But as far as live action goes, you are 100% right. We haven't had one since the Dolph Lundgren one. And I'm going to mispronounce his name. Let me just double check here real quick.
I mispronounced it wrong. So, I mean, so this was this was his look, right? This was the original look in the 80s. And
Mhm.
I mean, it wasn't, I mean, for the time, it wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't bad.
Just the movie itself was very disjointed.
Right.
It didn't match the feel, the tempo of the cartoon. I remember as a kid, because my parents, they'll contest. I mean, I loved He-Man. I had the toys. I had Castle Grayskull. I was always running around with my
Never had
plastic
Castle
sword
Grayskull.
in the backyard. Oh yeah, and I would watch it very faithfully every week.
Mhm.
It was really good. And so when this movie came out, my parents took me to it, and it was kind of like a letdown as a kid because I was just like,
Yeah.
this is not what I mean, it had nothing to do with the cartoon at all. Like they really took some creative liberties with it.
Well, and keep in mind too, I hate to play the time card because there would have been ways around it. And you know what? Because you have been on the movie making special effects side, please help me fill in the blanks here because the way that I understand it, and the reason why we got, and not any shade to Billy Barty, I believe. Let me double check. Yes, Billy Barty, which has played some iconic characters and just dude took part in shaping my childhood for God's sakes, you know.
Sure.
But Gwildor did not belong in the movie. Why? Because they didn't have a budget for Orko. And that's the thing that ticked me off was like, it was the late 80s. Are you telling me we couldn't have come up with anything? Hell, claymation for God's something?
Well, even the
You know?
trailer, they don't have Orko in the trailer. So
Well, no, because he doesn't.
I don't think he exists yet. I don't know. I don't know what
I don't know,
timeline they're
or
doing.
maybe that's kind of the thing to keep nerds like us kind of hoping. You know, it's just come on, you have special effects now. Come on, give us Orko. Like it doesn't need to be Jack Black, but I mean,
Oh, that'd be a
voicing,
trip.
but like give us something. You know. Um,
I love me some Jack Black though.
yeah, he's done some really good stuff. I can't blame him for that, especially his voiceover stuff too. You know.
So I will say,
Yeah.
so a lot of people might be cringed about this. I do like Jared Leto as an actor. I think he's a very good actor. He has unfortunately been in some projects that are not good. And I will say, let me compare this.
Mhm.
Natalie Portman, if you watch her in the original Star Wars trilogy, she's awful. Well, I wouldn't say awful, just not well done. You watch her in V for Vendetta, and you're like, oh, she can act.
Mhm.
Holy cow.
Ooh. Can we do a V episode, a V for Vendetta episode too? Oh,
We can do whatever we want. It's our show.
yeah. Oh, yeah, true. Okay,
Yeah,
we're gonna have to put that
beautiful.
on the list.
Okay, put it on the list. But so I liken that to like Jared Leto. I do
Yeah.
like him as an actor. I thought he was fantastic in Morbius.
That's
and-
when I
and
haven't watched it.
I like this to look. This Skeletor look
But
is
the look is good. But as far as, and maybe everybody else who maybe has seen this too, we didn't get to hear how he sounds. Not even the cackle.
this is true.
And that's the part that I'm just like, ooh, is that the shoe that's going to drop? Is he going to sound like? I don't even know how to compare it to. Like, don't get me wrong. If he sound like, he needs to pay homage to the relative voice, but make it his own. It's like when you take the helm of Joker, like Jared Leto has done it as well as too, and that can be debated on whether he didn't write the movie, he only acted in it. Okay, but we didn't get to hear the cackle. We didn't get to hear his sound. You know the how he, we didn't get to hear anything. Aesthetically, yes, very pleasing. I like it. Special effects are on point, or even depending on how much of that is actual costume, dude. Thumbs up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you look at the original one from the 80s, right? Here's the original one from the 80s.
Yeah,
So
but
this was all prosthetics. This
Yep,
was before they
100%.
could. Yeah, this is before they could digitally put something on, like what they did with all the most of all the Iron Man in the MCU. That's
Mhm.
that's all CGI costumes. It's not
Right.
real costumes. And
Yeah.
I thought they did a fantastic job. But
Mhm.
so this was and looking, you start comparing them. You start comparing these, and it's,
Well, and
it's
it's like comparing Tim Curry Pennywise to, oh, I suck at names. The new
oh,
Pennywise.
Peter
know?
Stars,
Skarsgård?
Skarsgård, yeah,
Skarsgård. Yeah.
not Peter.
It's like comparing
Peter
that.
Skarsgård.
Yeah. One is 100% prosthetics, makeup, practical effects. The other one does that, but it incorporates a huge chunk of CGI, which I'm not downgrading, but it's just one of those that, hats off, not to sound like a aging hipster or anything like that, but like hats off to the people that didn't necessarily need the electronic effects with it. Not that that doesn't take skill in its own right, because it does. It's just when you can use practical effects and then build on it with CGI to make it that much better, where you don't have to fully rely on one or the other. Like, for instance, if we look at the original Frank, I suck at names, Frank Angela, sorry, original Skeletor guy. He's a very famous actor. I
He is.
suck at names, but he did such a good job. But I have a feeling that it was his like, if anything, if the director was even able to tell him anything, just because of, again, just the prestige, I don't, it was 87. No, he was still technically, I would say, prestigious back then too.
Yeah.
But
And
he just,
I'm gonna eat pizza while we're talking. So
no worries. Yeah, go for
aha.
it. But it was one of those where it seemed like they built the show around Skeletor and didn't build it around our heroes, which is, let's be honest, again, shameless tabletop plug. Hey, tabletop people, is it's a D&D, it's a D&D party. Let's be honest. Now the things that the trailer makes me feel happy about versus the original, which I did rewatch because, hey, nostalgia. Part of me was giddy because, again, the nostalgia lens, and I enjoyed it for what it was. I was still entertained as much as you can be off of the source material that they deviated from, and it was great. But from there, as adult Travis, as much as whatever that means, I watched it and I'm like, oh my God, this movie is so god awful. I love it, but it's awful. But I love it, but it's so bad.
It's like a train wreck that you just can't stop watching.
Right. Let's say, for instance, okay, it's He-Man, right? Everybody, audience, all together now. What's He-Man known for using as a weapon? His sword. That's right. Okay, so what weapon does he use most of the time in the entire movie? A blaster.
A blast. Yeah, no, I was like, what is this?
Yeah. It's not Blaster Man. That's a whole nother subject. But it's just like, seriously? Like, he uses a blaster mainly. And they had to incorporate, and the hardcore comic and show people are going to have to help me out on this one too, because a little hazy is pardon. I don't remember a specific Blade counterpart to him. We had Beastman, we had all the we had all the different different villains, Evelyn, all the Lockjaw, but I don't remember a guy that was Blade. And it seemed very 80s gimmicky, which they did quite a bit. And it was one of those, hey, this is another instance to where he can use the sword, because I don't know why He-Man couldn't use his sword against, let's be honest, Skeletor's black, his black troopers. Let's call them the stormtroopers. Can we say that? Okay.
You can. Disney might sue us.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
But it's one of those that, like, okay, in Star Wars, you could at least make the thing of, oh, it was because of the Force is why the stormtroopers shooting was so bad, depending on what movie, obviously. But in He-Man, they're just bad. Like,
or they suddenly need to sell toys, and no one's going to buy a bunch of little bear Ewoks running around getting blown up as toys. So they all have to miss, and then these teddy bears with bows and arrows and slingshots.
hey, and really big logs, okay, really big trees,
Really big
and-
trees.
and you know, actually there is a not a fan theory, I don't think, because I think it comes off of the books. But we can save that for a Star Wars conversation. Right tonight,
yes.
we're talking about
Sorry.
Masters of the Universe.
You're right. Sorry.
So no, it's all right, because we will deviate, and I understand, especially with Star Wars. But which that, guys, look forward to future episodes if you want. I'm just saying. But the thing is, the Dolph Lundgren. Sorry, I'm going to mispronounce almost every name.
And he, first of all, he is a legit martial artist.
Mhm.
Legit. Like, he owns multiple black belts.
Yeah.
He's a really good actor.
Mhm.
I loved him. I mean, come on. Was it Rocky 4? Rocky 3?
3 or 4, I want to say, yeah.
One of the Rocky movies.
Yeah.
Did a really good job. He's an actor.
Yeah, and I liked him in the Expendables, and he
He was
actually,
great in the
yeah,
Expendables.
and if I remember correctly, he does have a doctorate or a couple of masters or something like that.
Oh yeah,
He's
I think
actually a
he's got him-
legit smart dude.
Yeah, it was in like
Which I-
he's a physicist.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very, very smart.
But it's one
Anyway.
of those that the original Masters of the Universe, I think we were just so happy. Pardon me, Ice Cube guys. Pardon me. Master of the Universe, just being an 80s kid, and granted, I was a young 80s kid, but I was an 80s kid. And we were just so happy to have a live action something. Somebody spent money that it wasn't just a cartoon, and I was happy about it. And let's be honest, to a degree, well, as a kid, I was, didn't see for necessarily what it was, because I didn't know what technically good cinema, great cinema was then, at 10, 12 or whatever. But it's one of those that, looking back on it, the elements that it had with it, for instance, Lubbock, hello, I can't remember his name in Principal Strickland from Back to the Future. Like, he was the police presence force, and causing issues here and there. And there were just a lot of tropes in this one, in the original, and like the one. Okay,
So-
sorry. Yeah.
Well,
go
so
ahead.
going back to the trailer, one of the things that a lot of people are complaining about on the interwebs, because I think that is that Eternia and our realm, Earth,
Uh-huh.
are coming together. They're like, that never happened in the comics or the cartoon. Like, what are we doing here?
Okay.
And I can see the argument of, well, we don't want Earth or Earthlings or whatever, like, we're behind the technology and all this stuff. But I'm like, well, what an interesting thought. Like, so they send the guy out into another realm, and then they're going to bring him back. And then Skeletor opens up a portal, kind of like what they tried to pull off with the 80s. So the
To a degree,
80s
yeah.
scene, Skeletor like ramps in with this ship, and everyone's like, what the heck is going on? I kind of like it. For me personally, I just love the look of I mean, obviously we don't know what the true story is,
Right.
but that trailer, the look of everything, I love it. I mean, He-Man looks great. The guy's buff, but he's not like overly over the top Mr. Universe. Hey, look, I've been doing steroids for the last 15 years.
Right.
And now I'm a walking tree trunk.
Right.
And I can't move my arms because there's too much muscle. Like, he looks, he looks good. I like it. I love that they brought in Beastmaster. They brought in, I mean, the cat's there, like all of it's there. I love the look of Grayskull.
And one thing that I just have to mention, just in stark contrast too, between the 80s and this one, is yes, obviously the looks are updated and stuff, but for the love of God, they finally did Evelyn justice for the little time that we saw of her.
True.
Oh my God, that was the whole thing in the 80s. Like, I could stand Skeletor and I could stand seeing the black felt of the nose because for whatever reason they couldn't take care of that because it was like 30% of his face. But Evelyn was just this. Yeah, you see what I'm
right
saying?
there.
Right there. Yeah, just like all that. But and then Evelyn. Why, like, not to okay, I'm gonna probably lose people or maybe people on this one. Vampires shouldn't sparkle. And I'm sorry,
I would tend to agree. Now, one of the
sparkle either.
One of the so Dustin, who's one of the co-owners of Cloud Dancer Studio,
yeah,
his sister-in-law is a huge Twilight fan. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, what you like.
Yeah, like what you like. I personally, I watched all of like 15, 20 minutes of the first Twilight and went, nope.
See,
sorry, I'm out. But that's okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so going back, I mean, just the overall look of this film, I think is great. Now, you are correct. This gives us a taste of what the story is going to be.
Oh, this
this trailer was very much geared to action. So a lot of action in the trailer.
He used the sword.
He did use the sword, but and a lot of CGI.
Yeah. A lot of backgrounds, a lot of walking from that. Yeah.
Yep. So, I mean, honestly, I don't know how the acting is going to be. To your point, we did not hear Skeletor talk. They might dub Jared Leto's voice. So we might see a very similar thing to what happened with David Prowse's Vader.
Yep.
Prowse played Vader, and then
the original audio. Oh, geez.
Yeah. It's like, what are we doing here? Is this going to be a Scottish guy in a mask? Like, what are we doing here?
It was just like, I'm glad they went the other direction.
Yeah, James Earl Jones nailed it, obviously.
Classic.
But yeah, so like I don't know, but I have high hopes. I will probably be my butt will be in the theater June 5th to see it. And then I'll go, well, that was either awesome, or I'll walk out going, oh well.
Yeah, June 5th, I'll have to see what I can do because opening days are opening days, and I'll be honest, not that I don't like people, I just have a hard time peopling. But if it's
annoying.
Well, right. But it's one of those that I definitely want to experience it in the theater. I don't mind the fourth screen, tablet, phone wise, but I'm sorry. I think to do this justice, I need to see it in the theater. So that way my cheering, hopefully my cheering won't disturb other people. But we didn't get to hear Battle Cat. Yeah, there's a lot of voice wise that I'm just like, I'm hopeful for this one. I really, really am. In fact, I hope one of the people that we just didn't see in the trailer because of time is my man right here, Mr. Manny Faces, because OG cartoon people, just come on, man. Like, yeah.
But, and to be fair, I think they're doing, just from what I've seen in the trailer, so there are things that translate very well into the anime cartoon world that do not translate very well into the live action world.
How so?
And, well, like the Battle Cat talking, having a full-on conversation with human beings. It, for some reason, you watch that in cartoon land and your brain just goes, yeah, that makes sense. You watch something like that in a live action film, you're going to go,
what about Narnia? We had a talking lion.
But Narnia was never made as a cartoon first. It was a book.
Okay. Yeah, good point.
It was a book.
Yeah.
And
okay.
then they
all right.
turned it,
all right.
right?
Okay. All right.
So here's a really good example.
Sure.
Look at G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe is a cartoon was fantastic. And then you look at what they did with the live action version of G.I. Joe, aside from Snake Eyes, which
Mhm.
they nailed Snake Eyes, but the rest of it was just this weird conglomerate of it was just bizarre. It was like even Storm Shadow just didn't fit. It was like,
I'll be honest, I watched the first one on that one. We might even have to do those ones just to see.
we should.
Yeah, most definitely. Now, one thing that just as an 80s kid, shameless plug here, because we're talking nostalgia, and if you haven't thought about your top 3 favorite 80s cartoons by now, why are you here? No, no. But no, sorry for all the other old people that lived or at least been able to watch the 80s ones. One of the ones that I would really love to see, and yes, there would be a level of, I guess, kind of, as may possibly cringe, but I would love to see some Silverhawks. Like, give me a Silverhawks live action version, man. That would just be, it doesn't have to be, Lost in Space or Swiss Family Robinson, but that would be fun. But anywho, so anyways, sorry, off subject, off topic. Will call me off topic, Travis. The one thing though that I would like to hear is like just more of it. I mean, obviously we want more teasers, more this, that, or the third. I just don't want them to give it away. But I think we need a little bit of reassurance, because right now at least, I don't think we have a Sonic the Hedgehog situation. Okay, I don't think that we have,
yes,
and that's what I think this was testing the waters. Hey, is everybody cool with this so far? Is everybody cool?
I remember Sonic the Hedgehog, like
that whole conspiracy now on about whether or not they actually leaked that, if it was actually leaked or if it was part of is this going to be approved, or do we have to go another way?
Well, and to be fair, I mean, so being the father of several children, we did see this the Sonic Hedgehog.
Oh yeah, same here. My kid loves it. Yeah,
I thought they were real, but you are correct.
They were very entertaining.
The first images that were leaked to the internet of Sonic, people were like,
"It was so bad.
What are you doing?
So bad.
Like, you have what he's supposed to look like right here. Like, what are you doing?
Like, why was this that difficult? I don't understand. Who did you let do that? Was this I almost felt like I was being punked. Okay, like it was one of those like, is this for real?
I think this comes down to I for our listening audience, I mean, I have not horrible first images. So I have gotten my toes somewhat wet in the world of Hollywood filmmaking. I have not gone full in, clearly, but the amount that I have dabbled in and meeting with actual heads of studios, it's insane the amount of control that they have over the creative process. It's just absolutely insane.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happened probably with Sonic at the original Go. Was Sonic was kind of they were making, and I bet people in Hollywood was like, nope, don't do it like this. We've got it all figured out. You're going to make the image like whatever we want.
Right.
And then I think somebody might have just leaked it on purpose, and then the public outrage was like, no. And then of course that's my theory. I do like what they did with Masters of the Universe. The trailer, I cannot get enough of that.
Right. That is a great shot right there.
The shot is killer. The costume is, I mean, this is Skeletor.
And here's the thing. Look at his minions.
Yes.
I know we can only see technically like 2.5, but look at his minions. They're actual Skeletor minions. They're not like rejects from Spaceballs and Star Wars, which, by the way, Spaceballs 2, we'll talk later. Anyways. But, it's one of those that it just, and here's the thing that kind of bugged me too, is the 80s version had so many tropes thrown into it. I don't think they knew what exactly they wanted to do. Okay.
No, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same
Yeah.
problem that they had with the latest, but not to go back to Star Wars, but the latest
Yeah,
Star
no.
Wars trilogy.
Right.
They made it very safe. They cloned basically the first
Mhm.
movie, and then it's like you didn't have a roadmap. Like nobody knew where they want to go, and I think that's
Right.
what they did with the Masters of the Universe. Like everyone was like, "Well,
As long as we slap, He-Man on it, we get he has blonde hair, right? Okay, we're good there. Dolph, you're not showing enough skin, Dolph. And then from there, we're fine. Oh, hold it. Frank, can you make sure you monologue? Just monologue the hell out of any time that. Okay, so I have to talk about this one scene.
yes,
Right now, everybody, unless you can find it, and by the way, post it if you can, but it's one of those that I think the trailer maybe had something to do with it, but Masters of the Universe 87 was on Prime Video, and it would just left, but it is currently on Tubi. So just FYI. But the one issue that I had with Frank's performance, okay, you're watching the movie, and it's fine. He's taking it like a very almost a Shakespearean way of Skeletor, okay? Like he just kind of takes it and kind of runs with it and kind of makes it his own. There's no cackle, there's nothing like that. He does it on his own rendition, which I applaud him for. It's overdone, it's over the top, and if you've seen the original Dungeons and Dragons movie, then you know what I'm talking about. But there's a scene at the end where he's receiving the powers of Grayskull, and they have the 80s wisp of like lights that join into him, and it's really just not done well. Like I think that they ran out of money for special effects towards the end, to be honest with you. And he's like, "Oh, the power, the power!" And as he's doing that, they cut to his minions, Evelyn.
you're talking about
And-
this where he becomes Golden Skeletor."
This Super Saiyan Skeletor, yeah.
Like really?
It was right
Really?
before, it was right before this. And as he's doing it, Evelyn, they cut to a shot to Evelyn and to the can't remember the reptilian guy with the bad hair, but they cut to him and they literally like roll their eyes, or the look that they give and everything is just like, oh my god, just get on with it. Like, this monologue almost done? Like, and they kept it. That's the thing, that they kept it in the movie. And there's just as I was rewatching this, I'm noticing like different shots. Like apparently if a bad guy's laser beam hits He-Man's sword and bounces off, it will bounce off in the good guy color. And like there's just like there's more things that I could rip apart the original one for, okay? And this is coming from a place of love, okay? Don't get me wrong. I love this. Super Saiyan Skeletor was probably my rendition of a villain until, I don't know, Jafar and Scar, for God's sakes. But it's one of those, not to parrot you, Josh, I'm very hopeful of the new one. It looks like that they really have, unless I know the comic book and show fans are going to be like, well, they never had the worlds merging, like you said. But you know what? Oh my God, they're telling a different story.
Right.
Is that so bad?
No.
Is that so bad? It
I
could
think
be
it's-
bad. It could be bad.
Well, it could be.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ifs. I mean,
Yeah, 100%.
I am optimistically hopeful. It's kind of like, okay, so I remember the first time I saw the Force Awakens trailer hit.
Mhm.
I watched it and I was like, oh God, this looks so good. But I remember the Phantom Menace and I'm like, okay, I don't want. And then I watched, and then they dropped another Force Awakens trailer where they had Han and Chewie come in. I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm seeing this. Yep,
Right.
100%. I'm seeing it. Okay,
Yeah.
you got me sold. And then I watched it, and
True kid.
I know. And then I watched it and I was like, oh, the Death Star's now a planet. Of course it is. Why?
Mhm.
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well,
And on and on. And, I'm not trying to turn this into Star Wars, but
no worries.
I am hoping that this does not, like, everything that we saw in the trailer. When I walk out of the theater on June 5th, I'm going to go, yes, epic.
Right.
I really hope. And it looks good. Music's good. It's all the characters that really made the cartoon are there.
At least we hope. We've seen some teasers. We've seen some, like, we didn't get to see the full sorceress. Ugh, pardon me, out of breath. I'm so excited, but no, we didn't get to see the full sorceress.
That's
Like,
true.
we didn't get to see Manny faces. Like, yes, we did get to see a few of the
Was
bad
he?
guys. Huh?
Was he in there? Was the Man of Faces in there?
I don't think so. I could be wrong. Maybe I'll have to go back and study those long range shots. But my question is this, because okay, so Battle Cat doesn't talk, or maybe he doesn't talk until he becomes Battle Cat, or maybe he doesn't, like, maybe he just doesn't talk. And correct me if I'm wrong, He-Man, like, epic fans here, but who's the big freaking robot in the big party shot? Who's the big robot?
Let's hear.
I don't know who that is. I'll
Do
plainly
this.
admit that. Like, it was the one shot where it's the see, yes. And they did Gray Skull correctly. They did Gray Skull correctly.
Yeah, they kind of did. That looks dope, dude.
Epic. Freaking epic.
That looks pretty epic. Let's see what we can find.
But it's this shot where they're on the landing pad, I think it is. And it's like the entire party's there for, or at least what looks like the entire party.
I do love how that he's working in HR, and
Yep.
there's that line of, like, obsessing over swords is not something we want to be doing in HR. And I'm like,
That nerdy stuff. I don't know.
I don't know, if I worked in HR, I'd probably be obsessing over it. I'd be like, oh god. Let me see here. So where is it?
I think it's right here. Who's the robot?
Oh,
Who's the robot? Like, seriously, like, keep
I didn't-
in mind, like, I remember the OG cartoon. I haven't seen all the iterations and but I don't know who that robot is. We have Man at Arms. We have
call him Bob.
well, I guess
Bob the robot.
Bob the robot. But, like, is that Orko? Like, that's what I'm scared of. Like, I would really, really, really hope that because that was the biggest letdown in the first one for me, man. And one thing that I will say, I know I've been dogging on the original, but one thing that I will say that the original probably got me into was synth music. Like, let's be honest, like, the original key tones for the cosmic key, like, if you didn't get into synth wave after that at least a little bit,
So you want to
Maybe
see
I'm
something
wrong.
that'll really flip your lid?
go for it.
All right.
I'm
So if you
ready.
watch this shot,
Okay.
right, you've got the robot, you got Bob, you
Yeah.
got, right, you got the cast right here.
Hmm.
Now watch the next shot where they step off and they're going to walk. This is a totally different scene because what's missing?
The other two guys, and they're in different order now too.
They are.
Yeah,
Got
which-
cats down. So whatever this is had nothing to do with the previous shot.
Right.
Yeah, it's just-
Excited. So, oh, geez. Okay, and here's the thing that I like because again, horrible at names. Idra,
Idra. No, I know who you're talking about.
yeah, he's
This-
he's a great actor. I can name a few movies.
He's a fantastic actor, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, he's gotten stuck in some really crappy movies.
but some really good ones. I'm sorry, man. Like, I liked Pacific Rim. Okay, that one.
So
was
I've never
fun
watched
one.
Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
I never watched it, so I can't say. But I watched. So I'm a huge Stephen King fan.
Yeah.
I watched the Dark Tower.
I didn't.
Don't.
That good, huh?
Yeah. I mean, the books are still phenomenal.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I don't know what people's problems are of taking a Stephen King book and bringing it into the film. Well, like almost.
Why can't they just? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. It frustrates me unto no end, because Stephen King is a fantastic writer,
Mhm.
and his books are just top notch. I'm like, it's right there. You have all the source material you could possibly ever want, right there.
Yep. And that's one thing that I don't understand. If anything special, okay, maybe we'll have to do special Stephen King
Rick
stuff.
says in the comments it should be Rob the Robot.
Rob the Robot.
Sorry,
but I just like
he looks good.
he does. He 100% does. And that's one thing that I liked about it is, as so far, it doesn't look cheesy.
No,
It looks yes, like epic. Like
look
let
at
me
that-
just hear him now. Like
Look-
yeah, look at the sword. Now my thing is this though. Okay, now this is me tweaking the trailer to how I want it, because of course they needed to ask me to appease me with the
Ooh.
trailer.
Hold on. Look at this.
Okay.
I think-
Lockjaw, if I'm
I
not
think that's
mistaken?
Lockjaw.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. All like as we're fading to black, as the trailer is ending, why couldn't you give us the Skeletor cackle? Like that would have been the cherry on the top on this trailer, in my opinion. The trailer was great. You gave us a lot to be hopeful, obviously a lot to speculate. But my thing is, you could just right there.
Look at that.
The transition.
Yeah.
And look at this way. They're holding. Sorry, I'm just. Which, by the way, on the camera wise, if especially if we're able to continue, doing this, which I would love to, I will upgrade my camera, because I apologize. Have not upgraded my webcam in a long time. But
I don't think anybody really cares. But yes, please update your webcam. That would be good.
I'm 720 right now. I can at least go 1080. So
My friend, it is 2026.
I know. I'm sorry. Like I said, I haven't upgraded this thing in a while. I have
Really?
other updated stuff, just not my webcam. I haven't needed to use it because I figured I have, a face for radio.
Ah!
But so right there. And then great pause. I almost want a t-shirt of that. No. But they ended it really, really well with this fight, with the little back and forth between Skeletor and He-Man that gives us hope.
Yeah.
I just wanted the cherry on the top, Josh. I just wanted the cherry, man, and I just wanted at the end, just a little bit, just a little fade out, and that would have been I would have been sold. I would have been like, unless they epically drop this, it's going to be great.
The effects work though. The effects work right here.
How many layers is that?
It's actually not that many. So
Really?
yeah, this I mean, I can do this in After Effects in about 15 minutes. It's not overly complicated. The feathering that they did is really good. I mean, this is an easy shot to pull off. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
But it's just
Yes.
it's clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am really looking forward to how, to me, it's I gotta find this here. Okay. The number one thing about me with film, doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter what the genre is, the number one thing for me with film is, does it tell a good story?
Right.
You can have the most amazing and gorgeous and beautiful CGI. If the story is crap, it's crap. If the film is crap. And so I love the trailer's great. I love the look of it. Everything is clean. It's great. Is the story going to be engaging? And I love that, like, Masters of the Universe is one of those realms where you can suspend disbelief, right? You don't have to worry about physics. You don't have to worry about, like, Okay, why
Talking
is
cats. Come on.
well you could, but like where you've got like you're in space and a ship is on fire, like
Yeah.
that would never happen because there's no oxygen and you can't do that. It just bugs me.
Yeah. No, I get
Um,
that.
yeah. So I like because it's in this world. It's in Eternia. None of it is real. It's all science fiction.
Hmm.
Right? They're not beholden to the laws of our universe and what
Right.
physics and gravity, and they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Which I love about that. So I'm optimistically hopeful, and I really hope that they took time to tell a good story.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping that it's a stalemate at the end, that Skeletor doesn't lose.
Oh, if anything, make it a Empire Strikes Back kind of ending. I mean, it doesn't. Don't get me wrong. Again, if I can see it in the, well, I'm gonna try like my darndest to see it in the theaters, and I'm gonna sit my butt in that chair for beyond the credits. I can tell you that right now. If I see it in the theaters, sorry to my wife and or to my kid, if we're going to see it in the theater, and I don't care how long those credits are, I'm waiting
Yeah,
because
you never know.
yeah, no, exactly. Especially now with all the secret extra scenes, I'm waiting.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Yep.
I am, yeah, I'm right there with you. I mean, I think I like I said, I love the look of it. I am hoping one of the coolest films that I've ever saw was Country for Old Men. So this is not a science fiction. This is not a nerd movie for anybody who's not seen it. But the bad guy wins.
Hmm.
And spoilers, sorry. The bad guy actually wins.
Oh wow.
Rick says
It's
that
been
you
on my
will sit
list. I
through
haven't
the
watched it yet.
Rick says you will sit through the credits together.
Yes.
It's a fantastic film. It's an absolute it's a beautiful film. The reason I really like it, and I like films like that, is because too long, 80s, the 90s, even up to today, the 2000s, the bad guys always lose, right? You always have the hero. He always wins, no matter what
There's something
happens. No
that
matter,
changes at the last moment.
right? Something happened, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
They always pull through, and that, and that's good and all, but
Not all the time.
sometimes that doesn't actually
Mhm.
doesn't happen. I would hope that in this film
Mm.
that they I liken it to, if we're going to go with Nerdville.
Yeah.
So the new Mortal Kombat movie that came out a couple years ago, the new one. Have you seen that one yet?
No, it's on my list.
Okay, you got to watch it.
Okay.
It's like a stalemate.
Okay.
Okay, it's fantastic.
Huh.
And
But it's Mortal Kombat, like,
and it's rated R.
Okay.
So you don't want your kid to watch it.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, but it's a great film, and they told based on a video game, a decent story. So I kind of hope with this film that they don't do the typical cringe of, all right, here's Skeletor, he's badass, he's awesome, and he just gets owned, and He-Man wins and roll credits.
Right.
I would love to see it like a stalemate.
Sorry,
like maybe part 2.
You just brought back the flashbacks of the freaking Skeletor and He-Man fight, and from the original '87 one. And when I tell you, like, and here's the thing: used to be a theater kid. Either backstage, I'd like to do it all. Point is, though, is all the props to the lighting, all the people behind the actual making of everything. Because guess what? You're doing the job that someone is telling you to do for this scene. This is how they want it, regardless how you want it. That's how they want it, and you want to do that job. So my thing is, though, the lighting during the original fight was just like, if you ever thought the original Star Wars lightsaber fights were not as epic as they could be, watch the 1987 He-Man Skeletor fight. Okay, the angles, and it's just like it's so bad. And not only that,
is.
but to be fair, Josh, Skeletor should have won.
Yeah.
We're Super Skeletor, right? Like we're Super Saiyan Skeletor.
The
We're
golden Skeletor.
Golden Child Skeletor. And so that means my evil Force Lightning. Oh shoot, we can't call it Force Lightning, but that's what he uses, folks. And but now it's golden because I'm Golden Skeletor. And He-Man goes for the sword that's in this electronic lock that after he's been beaten, apparently he still has enough strength to be able to rip from it and then call upon the power of Grayskull. But it just was like, don't get me wrong, as a kid, again, cheering because it's He-Man on the screen and it's maybe not perfect, but it's there. And it wasn't the Super Mario Brothers live action movie, even though that holds a place in my heart too. Yeah.
That was also really bad.
It was god awful, horrible. Maybe we should do one on that one too, but
we'll have to.
And John Leguizamo, I love the guy. In fact, one of the ones that we will have to do, teaser for later, guys, is Titan AE. One of my 2D meets 3D CGI graphics, and it was anyways, we'll save that for later. But the original thing, so if you want a little kind of teaser on there's Dolph Lundgren in the original one. There's the other notables, but one of the ones that a lot of people maybe not know or maybe you forgot about, I know that line's been used a lot, I'm sorry, but it's useful, is Courtney Cox's first official movie, if I'm not mistaken. If not, it's one of her first.
You're telling me.
Yeah, and this one here is, I didn't mind it. I mean, like I said, I was still entertained and whatnot, but the fact that they had to insert this additional like love story with the humans, and it was a little weird. But Courtney Cox, it's one of her first movies, which ironically enough, her work friend in the movie is named Monica, for Friends folks, and the sorceress that is in the movie too is actually her mom from the show Friends as well. So I wonder now all this time because I like the show Friends, and they had to share jokes. Like you got to think about on the set, when the mom was on there, like there had to have been jokes, little inside jokes, little pats, or at least I'd like to think so. Because you work on a movie with somebody, and then later on you work on a TV show with them that is one of the epic shows of that time. There's got to be some history. But anywho, yeah. Oh, in fact, actually, yeah. So
we are coming up on the hour.
Oh, we are. It always goes so fast.
I know. It's good. I like whenever you talk nerd. Yeah. So for those of us who have tuned in, awesome hanging out with you guys and listening to us spout a bunch of nonsense. Next week, we are going to talk about Indiana Jones. Now,
which one, Josh?
Yeah, there's only 3 Indiana Jones that exist in this world. Yeah, there's only 3.
Only 3.
Yeah, we will only not 3. Just. Yeah, there's only 3.
That we talk about.
True. So we're going to talk about Indiana Jones next week. So if you guys got any comments, ideas, anything that you want to bring up on the Indiana Jones platform, we will see you all next week as we discuss, because nobody on the internet is doing this. Nobody.
Right, yeah. No one's ever talking about movies, or especially movies that are, okay, so
we're pioneers.
Yeah. No one has a podcast.
Nobody does.
Movies. No one gives their opinion on the internet. But
I did once.
Yeah.
And then I deeply regretted it. It was not well. Yeah, it was like, I was like, oh my goodness.
Josh, coming to think about it, don't get me wrong. If you want to try to wrap all 3 movies, because again, there's only 3 Indiana Jones movies.
Only 3.
If you want to wrap in 3 movies in one episode, do you think we have enough time?
We might have to do this in multiple phases.
Okay, because I was just maybe we need to split it up, because I think we can almost do maybe even an episode on each, to be fair. I know,
It'd be
Holy Grail, not Holy Grail, but The Last Crusade. We'll do the Holy Grail too. We'll do a Monty Python thing too.
Monty Python. Yeah.
Yeah, but The Last Crusade. I mean, I could talk forever about that one. You know,
That was one of my favorite Sean Connery movies ever.
oh, hands down. I mean,
Yeah.
and it was just he was the perfect. We can't give him away. No, stop it.
No. Okay.
Nope.
All right.
Yeah. So we'll decide whether or not it's going to be a multiple thing, or we'll try to cram it there. But we'll see. We'll do Indiana Jones justice. We call
Rick
it
says, what
dog
about-
Indiana.
Rick
Anyways,
says,
no,
Rick says, what about the fourth one? But he's joking.
what fourth one? Fourth
Yeah,
what?
I don't know. He's
There's
talking-
only 3 movies.
yeah. I don't know. All right. So with that, I bid everybody adieu.
Thanks
And
for
you-
tuning in, guys.
Thanks for tuning in and listening to us ramble about Masters of the Universe.
Yes.
Cheerio.